Beijing, China's capital and its cultural nerve center, a modern metropolis with traditional roots. And now it becomes the first city in the world to host both Summer and Winter Olympics. After 14 years, the biggest sporting extravaganza returns to Beijing. Thousands of athletes from around the globe will compete in over 100 events at 3 zones. Cheered on by over 1.4 billion Chinese citizens and millions abroad. CGTN will bring you a ringside view of the historic event. 2022 Beijing Olympics, the games that matter on CGTN.
To join Winter Games Express, and we are now doing this live stream on a moving bullet train from Zhangjiakou to Beijing, the two host cities of Beijing 2022 Olympics and Paralympic Winter Games. And this is Jessica from CGTN, and together joining me with our guest Nick Gu.
Good morning, guys. My name is Nick. I'm from Russia. I'm a Tsinghua University student studying international relations. Happy to be here.
Okay, thank you so much for Nick for joining me today in this special studio. Well, actually, we are now on a moving train. Yes,
exactly.
we can feel that, the moving speed train. And this is actually the world's first high-speed train incorporated with a 5G studio.
For sure.
Yeah.
I never heard about it.
Okay, so well, in the coming 2 weeks, there will be our special series, the Winter Games Express, presenting with you with the latest information about the Winter Olympics. And also we will talk with our special guests online, or we can invite our guests here in the studio, the fans, the pros, and also our colleagues here to share about their opinions, about their preparations, about their feelings, and their predictions about the Winter Games. So, since Nick, you are here on this train for a couple of minutes or hours, how do you feel of your journey so far?
I'm actually so amazed because I never thought you can bring a studio on a train. And actually, we always have a 5G connection here because on the way we have 400 5G stations so that we always have connection to 5G signal. And also that this whole journey is around 107 kilometers, right? And it only takes less than an hour to arrive because the top speed of the train goes around 350 kilometers per hour. So it's really amazing.
Well, it seems that you really done a good job.
Yes, I did some research.
Do some research before coming here. Okay, so please do feel free to leave your comments during our live streams during the moving Winter Games Express, because we will be very happy and more than happy to get back to your comments during our live streams on our all social media platforms, our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, 央视频, Weixin, so on. So I think it's the last time it's been 14 years since Beijing has hosted the summer editions of the Olympic Games,
yes,
which indicates that Beijing is the first city in the world that host 2 editions of the Olympic, both summer and winter editions, right? So, and also the opening ceremony, which happened yesterday, the February 4th, finally announced the official start of this year's Winter Olympics.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, I'm really excited for the coming few weeks.
I'm actually really honored that I witnessed with my own eyes these 2 Olympic Games.
Well, we will leave that topic later, okay? We'll leave that topic later. So over 2,900 athletes from over 90 regions and countries will compete in over 100 events in the coming few weeks. So it is, what do we expect? What to expect in the coming few weeks, and from the host city and also from our athletes. And also, we still know that the COVID-19 is an issue across the world, and especially for this large gathering like this, like a Winter International Olympic Games. So what are I would really want to know what are the precautions or prevention controls within the closed loop system. So together right now we have my colleague Yan Meiyi joining us online from Beijing Olympic Forest Park. Hi, Meiyi.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. Can you see us?
Hi.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you for
can.
joining us today. And could you please share with us your experience in the last few days about your life in the closed loop system?
Yeah, of course. So right now I'm actually at the main media center, which is the MMC, and behind me is the Beijing National Stadium, also known as the Bird Nest, where the beautiful opening ceremony was hosted yesterday. And so far my experience here has been great, and the COVID prevention that they're doing on different transports and different venues are great. Either they make sure that you don't sit next to each other. There's an empty seat in between every seat as well. Everybody's wearing their mask. They're sanitizing their hands everywhere I go. And even the food court here, they make sure that there's a plastic glass thing in between, so people are not talking. They're not creating any issues. So yeah, so far my experience is great. I feel safe here, and the closed loop that they're doing is amazing as well. There's transport about every 20 minutes, I would say, to different venues. So that's very convenient for us as well. And I know that the high-speed bullet train that you guys are on right now, that's great as well for different athletes and different media outlets.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing with us. Nick, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I'm really curious. I heard that you actually went to 2 games, right? So how did it feel? How was the experience?
My favorite sport is hockey, of course, so I had to go watch the women's play. It was their first time back to the Olympics after 12 years. So it was very exciting to watch them play. Unfortunately, the Chinese team, they lost the first game to Czech Republic, but they were able to win yesterday to Denmark. And it was honestly very exciting to witness the moment. And I also watched curling, which is a totally different sport from hockey. Hockey is all fast-paced and very exciting, and the audience are very loud, but curling is more of a quiet sport. And it's actually my first time watching it in person. So it was an awesome experience as well. China, they won the first game against Switzerland, which is great, which is a very great team that performed very well in the last Olympic as well. So that was great to watch. And, I can't wait to watch more games. I know the men's hockey are starting on February 10th, so I can't wait to watch that either. And China's actually playing, the women's team is actually playing against Japan tomorrow, so I'll be watching that too. And I can't wait to watch all the other games as well, all the sports that I've never watched before.
That's exciting.
Thank you so much. Okay, so are there any other plans or schedules for today or for the coming days?
Today there's actually speed skating that I want to watch, and I've never watched that either. So that would be exciting, and hopefully, we can win a medal.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mei Yi, for sharing your experience with us. And take care and enjoy your stay.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
See you. Okay, wow. I'm a little bit jealous of Mei Yi.
Oh, for sure.
Who can sing the on-sing sports games.
Yes.
Right? That is so amazing.
That's so cool.
Well, Nick, one thing I need to mention is I know that you are in the Bird's Nest, the National Stadium last night, and to enjoy the grand opening ceremony.
Yes, I did.
How's your feeling? How do you like the show?
It was so amazing, to be honest. I didn't expect that it would be so amazing, because I actually watched the opening ceremony back in 2008 on TV, and it was like all about the Chinese traditional culture and history.
Well, sorry to interrupt. You've watched the 2008 Summer Games, the Winter
Yes,
Olympics,
I actually went to
Beijing
the Bird Nest
Games.
to watch the games.
How old were you back then?
I was really young back then. I was really young.
That's amazing. Wow.
But I still have the memories.
Okay, so what are the difference?
So the difference is, I noticed that back in the days, it was more about the Chinese traditional culture and history, but this time I was surprised that it was about technology. We had so much laser shows, we had all the illustrations, fireworks, and all the computer graphics. It was so brand new, and I was totally amazed by it.
I like that. Well, to be honest, if we say that in 2008 the opening ceremony would be a showcase or demonstration of the 5,000 years of Chinese history,
Yes.
I would say that for yesterday, for the Winter Games, opening ceremony. That will be the showcase of the cultural confidence.
And the future, I think.
And the future and the modern. And as the director Zhang Yimou has said in an exclusive interview, that he would describe this opening ceremony as simple and secure.
Yes.
Yeah. So this like main thing is the theme of the coming Winter Games as well, is that we hope everyone is stay safe and stay healthy and stay happy.
Together for a shared future.
Together for a shared future. Okay, so are there any most impressive moments or shows for you the last night?
Actually, my favorite part was where there was a huge ice cube coming out
I
from
like
the
that
ground,
too, yeah.
and suddenly there seemed like laser cutting it, and it became a shape of Olympic rings, right?
Yeah.
And it came up, and it was the illustration and the computer graphics. The laser was beautiful. Actually, I was totally mind blown.
Shocked.
Yes, I didn't expect that it would become an Olympic ring.
Exactly. And there are like hockey athletes breaking the ice,
yeah.
right? Breaking the ice, and then the 5 Olympic rings appear. And it's so amazing.
It seemed like they broke the ice.
Yes, break the ice. And there is also something behind this with the Chinese philosophy, Chinese culture.
破冰,
That is,
right?
yes, that is 破冰. 破冰 literally translated into English as break the ice,
Yes.
which indicates that we break the mysterious, or we demolish the bad things, the bad luck for the past year. Because now it's still for the Chinese New Year, right?
Yeah.
This is the 5th day of the Chinese New Year. And we would like to break the ice and demolish the bad luck, and happy Chinese New Year for the coming New Year. And wish you all the best.
It actually is so cool that the Chinese Spring Festival came with the Olympic Games at the
Yes.
same time. It was so amazing. I think it's once in the history, right?
Exactly. Okay, anything else?
Um,
You remember that there is a short video before the countdown, right? The countdown actually from 24.
Right. Yes, we had the 24 solar
Terms.
terms, right? And it was on the huge screen, and it was counting down the opening ceremony. It was totally amazing.
Did you count down together with the...
Of course. Everyone was counting down together.
Everyone is
and we would
so
have the
happy.
fireworks counting down, like with the numbers. So yeah.
Do you know what is the solar terms? What are the solar terms, or why do we choose to use that for the opening ceremony?
Well, I know that it's a Chinese traditional, like a lunar calendar, right? And it has 24 terms. So I know that now we are in beginning of spring, right?
Yes, beginning of the spring. Exactly. Well, you know a lot.
Yes.
Actually, Chinese people, in Asian Chinese culture, Chinese people divide the motion of the sun into 24 segments. And each segment represent for the timeline for based on this timeline, based on the 24 solar terms, the Chinese people would conduct their agricultural activities or their daily lives. So which means that these kind of solar terms play a really important role in Chinese people's daily
definitely.
life. And yesterday, or February 4th, the start of the Winter Olympics, or the opening ceremony, arrives on the beginning of the spring. And that is also something inside the Chinese philosophy as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so would you like, are there any something you would like to share with us? I think you brought some iPad, right?
I have some
Yeah,
pictures
how about pictures
of me
first?
yesterday. So
Wow.
look, this is me at the Bird Nest Stadium.
Bird's nest. Wow.
I took a picture before the entrance,
This
and
is
then
so
I have
amazing.
it inside of it, and some other pictures of me.
Selfie.
Yeah, with Chinese flag,
Okay.
and also they took a picture of me taking selfie there. So it was totally amazing. You can see how I was enjoying it.
Okay. So how are the other audiences in this?
Oh,
stadium?
everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. We had so many. Actually, I think I don't remember that we have had so many audiences for so long already. I think it's after the pandemic. I actually haven't experienced that. So yeah, I feel really happy that we are kind of experiencing back to normal life.
Yes.
But actually, we had really strict procedures of pandemic as well. So actually, It was really a cool experience.
And also, I know that the committee prepared some like gift package
Oh yes,
for
yes.
the audience because I saw that online, and I'm really jealous, to be honest. I'm really jealous because you have some VIP souvenirs.
You know what the cool thing is? I brought it today.
Yes, what are these? Please show us.
So
Wow, a blue
here
bag.
it is. Yep.
Okay. A blue
So let's
bag.
see what we have.
Let's see what
You
we
can take
have. Sure. You can show us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the first item. We
Pad?
have yeah, it's kind of like you sit on it because it was
Uh-huh.
pretty cold actually in the bird nest yesterday. So they considered about this
Yeah.
and give us a lot of clothings actually.
Okay.
So this is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have gloves. You see?
Well, I like the color.
Yeah.
The blue.
Actually, we have different colors for each section. Some
What do
got-
we have?
We have blue, we had yellow, we had kind of like a light blue as well, and that's what I saw actually. Maybe there are more.
And they are pretty new.
Yes, because I didn't touch them at all. I just
And live it,
Kept it
live
as a
it at
souvenir.
home, right? As forever VIP
yeah.
souvenirs.
So
okay.
we have a hat. It was really cold
with
actually,
Beijing
really cold.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Okay, so we have another
A
blanket.
scarf. A blanket.
Yeah,
Oh.
a blanket. Also said Beijing 2022.
Okay.
It's really huge blanket actually.
Yeah, it feels so soft. I
Yeah,
think
the
these
material is
are
really
the-
great.
yeah, the materials are almost the same, and it feels really soft.
Okay, so we have some special
special
masks.
masks.
One red and blue, and they're only in the bird nest. I didn't find anywhere.
Okay. So jealous.
Okay, so we have. Wait. We have a 暖宝宝
Oh, 暖宝
to
宝.
keep you warm.
Body pad actually to
Yeah.
keep yourself warm in the outside winter. Yeah, hot pack set.
We also have like a little notebook.
Menu?
Yeah, like a. It tells you what's gonna be during the Olympic opening ceremonies, all the performances, all the parts.
And I've noticed that these are in like 3 languages, right?
Yes, in Chinese, English, and French.
Yeah, Chinese, English, and French. Okay.
Also, we have the most important thing is
Most
the
important
invitation
thing, the
to the opening
invitation.
ceremony.
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you what I have here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the official invitation. Looks like this.
Oh.
And it says in Chinese and English.
The Beijing Organizing Committee for the 2022 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games requests the pleasure of your presence.
Yep.
Wow, that is so cool.
And I have the ticket
Oh,
for
ticket.
the opening ceremony. And also, the most important thing, my ID card for the Olympic Games.
This is cute. Okay, this is so cute.
So I had to bring these two for the ceremony
Mm-hmm.
to get in. So yeah.
That's so cool. And also something sweet.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
noticed that.
Actually,
yeah,
they
something
actually gave us some
sweet
snacks.
For some white tissue, some snacks, and some tissues, right? So it's really considerate.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing us with the gift package.
No problem, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so I've also, well, for me, there is one thing that impressed me and also shocked me the most. Actually, is the ending, actually, somehow the ending part of how they light or how they get together of the Olympic flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really new actually.
Yeah. How do you think of that kind of?
Well, I expected a big flame actually,
Yes.
just like in 2008,
2008.
when Li Ning, right? He kind of flew to the
Yeah.
rooftop to the
yes.
bird nest to light up the flame. But this time it was just little flame, right? But I think it also has some meaning, right?
Yes, you know that. Yeah, there is Chinese philosophy also inside this. But before that, I would like to share is that you remember there are 6 athletes doing this kind of torch relay before the final part, right? And these 2 athletes actually comes from different generations, and each ever since 1950s.
Yeah.
And then 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80, 90, and for the final two athletes are the post 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a representation, and for the generations, the relay of the generations for the Olympic spirit. Yeah, and also for the snowflake, I didn't expect that too. I was expecting something like you have just said for the 2020.
I think everyone expected something bigger, right?
Yes, something bigger. And but according to this have some hint in the exclusive interview with Zhang Yimou as well, that he would bring something that would never happen for the past 100 years.
It's actually really creative.
Yes,
at the same
really
time.
creative, and also to have a green environmental protection and also low carbon of the opening ceremony. So the two athletes bring one torch, and put it in a big, I should say, a snowflake, right? A big snowflake, and the snowflake is consisted with 90 smaller snowflakes of 90 countries and regions' names on it. And that is so creative and innovative, and which also indicates that we are together.
Yes.
Joining us together.
And I really like the idea of environment protection, because you can see that also that Beijing just reused the previously used stadiums for this new Olympic Games, right?
Exactly.
Because the Bird Nest was the opening ceremony for 2008, and it's still the opening ceremony in 2022, right?
Exactly.
And we know that Shui Li Fang also became
water
Bing Li Fang,
cube.
right? The
Yes.
water cube became ice cube.
Yes, exactly. Since you've brought about the reuse of the venues, and so here online we have my colleague Zheng Yibin, and joining us from online, and I think he is now heading from the press conference for the opening ceremony. So Yibin, could you share us with your experience these days about the venues? Or I know that you've had an exclusive interview with the director Zhang, and are there any back-saying stories you would like to share?
Yes, and there are a lot of things to share with you guys and with our spectators and audiences. Well, in just 1 hour, we're heading to the very big press conference room, which is called the Li Chun, also meaning the arrival of the spring. It is one of the first Chinese solar terms, meaning the start of the new year. And also, Mr. Zhang Yimou, during the opening ceremony, there's also starting with the Li Chun, that part. You can see a lot of people holding the poles, the green poles, and they form into the very giant flower, and then everything is really different. Then also you mentioned about the lighting of the Olympic frame, the main torch in the quadrant. Yes, and because when I talked with Zhang Yimou in the interview, he told me this perhaps is the first time in the history of the whole Olympic, because they want to build up this ceremony with the idea of holding a simple, safe, and excellent winter games. And also the ceremony itself was based on this idea, low carbon and environmental protection. So that is a basic thing, that is the most impressive part during the ceremony.
Okay, so have you ever traveled to different venues in the past few days, and what do you think of the venues?
Yeah, so actually, the Winter Olympics is just my reporting beat. During the past 1 year, I've been traveling to different places and the 3 competition zones here in Beijing, in Yanqing, and also in Zhangjiakou, the 3 competition zones. There are a lot of things. For example, back to 1 year ago, we were in Yanqing. We are very next to the competition venues, which is named the Xiaohaituo. There's an alpine skiing environment. During that time, it is still the barren land. Outside the venue, this is the barren land. But actually, during the 1 year effort, for example, the testing events and testing activities in the whole year, and the renovation of the past venues. So a lot of people made their effort on making the competition zones and venues into the very impressive one, just like you said about the ice cube, just very next to me. Back to the year 2008, it was a venue for the swimming, the competitions, and here it was transformed from the water cube into the ice cube, and it's really impressive, the whole process.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you. And last question, are there any questions for the coming press conference? Ready to ask any questions?
Yes, because we met each other, and we're the country fellow. We come from the same part of China. We're from Shanxi province, and that city name is Xianyang. One of the oldest kingdom was established. So we're familiar with each other. I mean, the Zhang Yimou, the director, the general director of the opening and closing ceremony. I'm going to ask you a question. Perhaps you can give me a suggestion. I would say the last night, the opening ceremony was held in the National Stadium, the Bird's Nest, and we hear the opinions from around the world, especially from the media, and they call it really impressive opening ceremony. So, from your perspective, what kind of score would you give to your performance you directed? So that is my question. If you have any other questions, just raise it to me. Thank you.
I like that. I like that question. Okay, really looking forward to the answer, and thank you so much. Yibing, thank you so much for sharing us, and please take care, and we'll catch up later.
See you.
Catch up later. Bye
Thank
bye.
you so much. Bye. Wow, I'm really glad and to connect with people from different area, and they could share with us their opinions and their witnessing in this closed loop system, or from the show, or from the games, or from the events. Okay, so we've just get through a tunnel, and maybe you can see that the outsiding view is we are not actually entering, I think, in Hebei province, or heading to near Beijing.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are some comments online. Well, I would like to share with you guys. Here, from YouTube comments, there is Frank Chen. The 5G is nice and it works even when the train is moving, and the speed 253 is fast too. Well, yes, to be honest, yes. Okay, and then one audience from YouTube also say that let's meet beautiful China in Beijing. Definitely, thank you so much, and welcome everyone.
Yeah.
To visit us, to visit China. Okay, so there will be a short video presented to you guys, and there are several musicians to compose this music to introduce different venues for the Winter Olympics, and please enjoy the show. really enjoying the video of having the message of the relay of the instrument,
Yeah.
right? The musicians doing this kind of like music relay, music voyage to present different instruments and to present and to introduce different venues. And to be honest, I was at the opening day, the first day of the torch relay, and also at the Olympic Forest Park. Yes, and I really like this kind of spirit of the sportsman that you are passing down from one thing and you are fighting for the same goal, and that is the humanity and the sportsmanship. So I really enjoy this kind of affair, is that we're doing the things and we create and we come together for the same mission.
Yes.
Right? Since Nick, you are from Russia, right? What's winter sports? What is your favorite winter sport?
Actually, my favorite sport in winter games actually is figure skating and ice hockey, because Russia is really good at them. And
Wow.
also in 2018 in Pyeongchang, actually, Russian men's ice hockey team was the gold medalists. And also for the figure skating, we had the gold medal and silver medal. So
Okay.
I'm really looking forward to these two games this year as well.
Okay. Do you yourself do any winter sports?
Well, I do, but I'm not professional. I know how to ski, I know how to skate, but I am just beginner and amateur.
Okay. I think that we are good audiences, right?
Yeah, we are good audiences, for
definitely
sure.
good audiences in watching all of these winter sports.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say that your favorite sports or the most attractive sports or events for you would be the figure skating.
Yes, I think it will be figure skating.
Okay, figure skating is actually becoming more and more popular in China these days.
Oh, for sure. I see a lot of Chinese children
Exactly.
skating there.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I was so amazed. They're so little, and they do so professionally.
Yeah, almost like the Altai kids I've mentioned,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Altai kids from primary school to middle school, they're having the PE lessons, and also just as Nick said, the kids or more younger generations are starting to practice the winter sports. Okay, so and also I think for figure skating, that is not just for sports, right? Not just for an event, but also more like a show. Right? It is a combination of the figure skating with the melody.
It's an art. It's an
Yeah.
art. It's basically dancing on ice. It's like a ballet on ice, you know?
I like
so it's
that.
really you enjoy the whole performance. It's not only like a competition, but also like a performance, right?
Exactly. So we enjoying the beauty, enjoying the melody, enjoying the figures dancing on the ice.
Exactly.
Right? Well, you know what is my favorite
Oh, what's yours? I'm
sports?
really
The
curious.
winters. Well, the sports I really a big fan of is actually the freestyle ski.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Gu Ailin?
Exactly, yes. It's not just because of Gu Ailian. Well, she is part of the reasons, but I've mentioned that I've been to Altai in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region last few days, and the place is considered to be the birthplace, the origin of human skin.
Really?
Yeah, so I talked with some of the fur skin. Actually, they use horse skin to make the ancient skis in
Wow.
Altai
Really?
regions. Yes, so that's why this is called the origin of the human skin. And I talked with some of the inheritors and really touch the fur skin. And it's
How did it
super
feel?
cool. Super cool.
Wow.
You should try
That's
next
some
time.
cool experience.
Yes, that's super cool. And also, I really enjoy the freestyle movements and the jumps and the courage, the bravery that you showcase to the audience once you are doing the freestyle.
And I
Right?
think that China can get maybe a gold medal.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
I'm really excited about Eileen, right?
Exactly. Okay, so in February 4th, so today, February 5th, there will be 6 gold medals today. And the first gold medal, according to my research, that would be the cross-country skiing women's 7.5 kilometers plus 7.5 kilometers skiing athlon. Yeah, around this afternoon, around like
So excited.
4
I just
to
want to turn
5
on the TV and
p.m.
watch it.
Yeah, Beijing time. So please leave your comments, okay? Please leave your comments on our social media platforms and have a guess who is gonna take the gold medals. The
So
first
excited.
gold medal. Okay, so really happy to have you today, Nick, and
you. I
to
was
join
really
us in this special studio covered with 5G signal. So in that way we can do the live streams and show and what has happened for yesterday and what's gonna happen today. So I'm really happy and thank you for joining me, Nick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a really cool experience.
Exactly. So please do remember to stay tuned with CGTN for our Winter Games Express, because we will doing this live streams every day in the morning and present you with the latest and updated information about the 2022 Winter Olympics. Okay, so before we say goodbye to everyone, there will be a short video presented to you about the games of today. Okay, so thank you so much and see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Hello there and welcome to this special program of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, presented to you by CGTN Sports Scene, and I'm your host Wang Dong in Beijing. On February the 5th, the first gold medal of the Beijing Winter Olympics will be claimed in women's skiathlon. A total of 14 speed skating events will be contested over 15 days, starting with women's 3,000 meters at a National Speed Skating Oval tomorrow afternoon. In addition, 3 more gold medals are up for grabs in biathlon, mixed relay 4x6 kilometers, women's normal hill individual final, and men's moguls final. And finally, mixed team relay in short track speed skating will make its Olympic debut after being introduced to the short track speed skating World Cup in the 2018 and 19 season. And China's Wu Dajin, Ren Ziwei, Fan Kexin, and Zhang Yuqin will compete in the event starting at 21:26, aiming to win the first gold medal for the Chinese delegation on home ice.